Hey, what's up guys? Hope all's going well out there. Thank you as always for stopping by the channel. Today we're going to talk about The Last Days of American Crime, now streaming on Netflix. This one stars Edgar Ramirez, Anna Brewster, and Michael Pitt. The story is set in the near future where, in a response to terrorism, the US government intends to send out a signal that will enter the human conscious to prevent them from knowingly committing a crime. It's based on a graphic novel and offers an admittedly interesting premise, so let's dive into what this thing delivers. Now, before getting into this movie, I want to say that I have always appreciated the art of filmmaking. I find that the blending of multiple artistic talents into a single flowing movie is extremely fascinating. I love them so much that I review them here for you guys. And yes, that is the conversational equivalent of telling someone no disrespect just before disrespecting them, because this was a massively disappointing movie. First off, this movie is 2 hours and 28 minutes long. Yes, 2 hours and 28 minutes long, all the while providing storytelling substance that would in most cases have a hard time filling an 85-minute runtime. The premise showed tons of potential for futuristic, hyper-realistic action and suspense, with great elements of sci-fi, with dark tones and unrelenting moments as this final heist is planned and executed, but that's not at all what this movie delivered. Olivier Megaton has a distinct style in his movies. It's pretty easy to spot one of his films, and with an endless runtime and a barrage of stylistic filmmaking, this was Megaton's Netflix response to Michael Bay's Six Underground. Everything about this movie felt superficial, from the story progression and layering to the development of the characters to the production design. Nothing about this movie felt genuinely grim or gritty. Nearly everything about this movie felt in excess, and the result was a complete lack of its own atmosphere. Despite being set in another time and place, I wasn't at all able to immerse myself into the setting of the story. The characters were all generic character types, and despite effort from the performances, it wasn't enough to make me care about, connect with, or really even like any of them, which is a major hindrance when your movie is 2 hours and 28 minutes long. This movie really reminded me of that person who loves high fashion and wants everybody to know it by going out wearing a Valentino watch with a Balenciaga top paired with some Dolce & Gabbana jeans, topped off with some Gucci shoes, a Burberry jacket, and some Prada glasses. It's tacky and forced on them, and that's how the multiple elements of film styling felt when they were slapped together in this 2 hour and 28 minute long movie. Olivier Megaton made an Olivier Megaton movie, not one that felt like its own unique thing. The source material, which I haven't read, seems rich with ideas, and for a movie that's 2 hours and 28 minutes long, the lack of substance was a deal breaker for being able to recommend it, unfortunately. I would have to say the cast is okay at best. Michael Pitt delivers the most charismatic performance, and he does have some entertaining moments in the dialogue and through his persona, despite being way over the top and just riddled with character type cliches. I think Anna Brewster was serviceable as well, and like the rest of the actors, she has a lot of clunky surface level dialogue to work with, but I guess she does make the most out of it. But as for Edgar Ramirez, I think he's a great actor when the role fits, and this one just didn't. And without being able to really dive into a character with a lot of heart, he kind of just feels like he's sort of sleepwalking through this role, which again is a major hindrance for the lead character in a movie that's 2 hours and 28 minutes long. He was just kind of being himself for the most part. He didn't really create a personality for this role, and it results in just a series of lifeless scenes. So this one was a miss for me. The Last Days of American Crime is going to get 20% on the meter. There were a few enjoyable action sequences, but not nearly enough of them for the 2 hour and 28 minute runtime. The story development was lacking greatly, and overall the movie just had no heart and no energy. It felt like it was going through the motions. Megaton relied on his distinct styling, and it didn't adapt himself at all to capture the mood and the tone of this story, and it's just a massively disappointing film, which shouldn't have been the case given that the source material seemed very interesting. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop it a thumbs up, leave a comment below. I'd love to talk movies with you guys. Share it with your friends, and without question, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can never miss a video. Here are some links to some recent reviews just in case you missed them. All my social media links and the link to our official website are down in the description below, and I'll catch you next time.